Welcome back. I had a little bit bigger block of time today than I normally do, so I'm going to try Puzzle Rush Survival, which, as you know, if you've done it, takes a long time. I mean, assuming you don't lose out early, which hopefully won't happen here. The last time I tried Puzzle Rush Survival, I didn't get very far. I think maybe 30 or something. It was a little embarrassing. But anyway, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to do better than that today. And I'm also going to try to edit a little differently. Obviously, on the first several puzzles, they're usually pretty quick, so not much editing is required, but later sometimes I spend 4 to 5 minutes per puzzle, if not longer. And on those, I'm going to try to remember just to summarize my thoughts right before I make the move, and then cut out the entirety of my thought process that led up to that, just to make it easier. Anyway, let's just click play and go. I think I said kick play, but I guess I could edit that. I can't speak at all today. I have a check here, but yeah, usually these are like mates in ones, aren't they? But this one's not a mate in one. I don't think. I mean, I could just take the bishop, and then I would have a mate in one. I think I have to take the bishop. Oh, okay, wow. I almost got that one wrong, the very first one. Oh, wow, the second one's not a mate in one either, and I'm playing with the black pieces. They have a piece and I don't. I think I have to advance this pawn. Nothing else makes sense. I think I have to promote it now. Okay, very interesting how they're doing these. This is a mate in two. I take the rook, they have to take back, and then that's a checkmate. Okay, that's what I was expecting on these first several, and this is a mate in two after, or three, after they block with those two pieces in turn. Kind of threw me off with those first few. This is a mate in one because my bishop's cutting off all of that. Pretty sure. Okay, I almost didn't see the bishop. Oh, my queen's down here. That's checkmate. Okay. Oh, maybe I should have done one of the 3-minute versions before I started recording just to kind of warm up. So I have a check, which only leaves them one legal move, and then I'll have mate over there on G2. Oh, did they not have a legal move? I thought they did. If you're new to my channel, but somehow made it this far into the video, I'm not a titled player or chess coach. I'm not even a competitive chess player, officially speaking. I'm not a member of any of the federations or anything, so I don't have like a real FIDE score or US Chess Federation score or anything. And I'm trying to get better, but I'm struggling. I have a check with the king. Did I say with the king? I have a check with the rook. Is that my only check? No. I have a check down here with the rook. And they can't get out to those two ways. Or to here because of the knight. The knight is also protecting the rook. The bishop's protecting that. Let's see, and my rook would be cutting off all of these, and my pawn's cutting off that. Oh, okay, that's just checkmate then. That was a mate in one. It just took me a long time to see it. Pretty sure this is a checkmate in one. I'm not in check. My queen isn't pinned. Okay. And this one is also a checkmate in one. Okay, so those last 2 or 3 is what I expected the first several puzzles to be. This is a check. They'll move over one, and then I think that's mate. Pretty sure. I don't think they can block this or take my queen. I have a check over here, which I think is mate because my bishop's cutting off that diagonal and nothing can block my queen's check. Oh, this one seems kind of sneaky, but I think it's this bishop over here to A4 because the king can't move over and they can't block on the bishop's diagonal, I don't think. Very nice. That was a sneaky one. I always like the sneaky ones. I mean, unless they happen to me, then I don't like them. I have a check here. King would have to move over, and then that's mate. If I check here, the king doesn't have to move over, does it? It can't come out because of my rook. I think they would have to block first. I mean, they don't have to block first, but they could block first, and then I would just take. Then they would have to move over, and then the rook down there would be checkmate, I think. Oh, they did block. Okay, well, good thing I saw it, so it didn't surprise me like it does sometimes. Okay, well, the king got out of check here the wrong way, I think, because now the knight is pinned, and the bishop is guarding this square, isn't it? So I think that's checkmate. Okay, I almost didn't see that one either, but I'm glad I did. Oh, they've just taken my queen, which means I've got something big. Is it this check? If I check there, my knight is guarding that square. My knight's also guarding D7, so the king would have to come forward. Then I could check with the other knight, and I think that's mate. I think that's what it is. Oh, it stopped. Didn't the king have to come forward? Okay, that's always a little throwing me off. Black to move. I have this check, but their queen is guarding that square. So what other checks do I have? Oh, wow, I have a check right here. And then the king has to move over. Then I take this. Okay, I think that, yeah, like so. And then this is mate. Wow, I almost didn't see that. Was that D2? Why didn't I see that? I'll check here. I think they'll bring the knight back to protect the bishop and block the check at the same time, but then I can still take the bishop. I'm going to check with my queen on A4. Oh, I missed the first one at 1,000. That's embarrassing. Should I have taken the bishop first? Captures. Oh, I have this capture. Is that good? Oh, that threatens mate. Can they get out of that? I don't think they can get out of that. I'm going to take on H3. Oh, they took the pawn. Well, I guess they can get out of it, but they lost their queen, so I'm going to take it. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't think they could get out of it, but they could. But what about way down here? That's better, isn't it? Because they can still block the check a number of ways, but I think I would just take. So yeah, I'm going to go over here to A1 and take that. Oh, and they didn't block with the queen, but I'm pretty sure they have to. I can check by moving the bishop. Is that good? Wait, maybe that is it. Yeah, because I'll still end up with the bishop. Because whichever way they get out of check, after I take their rook, they're probably going to take there, and then I'll take this rook, and I'll have a piece left. But will that piece that's left be enough to stop this passed pawn? Let's see. If they start running that passed pawn, can I catch it in time? Oh, just barely. Okay, well, I think that's it then. And then I take this. They don't have to take back, but they did. I have this check. They have to move over. And then I have this check. And I think they have to block with the queen. Should I take this pawn first with check, and then after their king moves, then take their rook? So this is my plan, I think. I'm going to take here. When they move over, I'm going to take the rook with check. I think they don't have to block with the queen. They could get out, but I think they'll block with the queen. I can take the queen with check, which forces them to take back, and then I'll take this rook, and I'll be up a rook. I think. Let's try that. They did that. I'm going to take here. I'm going to take there. Oh, it stopped before I took the rook. Okay, but probably there was other choices there. Oh, because I could have taken the rook with either the bishop or the rook after that. All right, this one took me a long time. I paused for a while, and I will probably edit out anything previous to this, but I think the situation here, the tactical motif, is that knight is pinned because my rook is pointed at their queen. So I think the idea is I need to put pressure on the pinned piece, which is that knight. I don't think it'll move, but then I should get the knight for a pawn, right? But what are they going to play here? Are they going to move it, or are they going to move the queen and let me have the knight for a pawn? I don't know, but I'm going to play that. Oh, well, it's a good thing I didn't know the next move because I didn't have to worry about it. I mean, it's a bad thing I didn't know the next move, but it was a good thing I didn't have to know. All I have is a queen left, and they're getting close to checkmating me here. Wait, no, I should checkmate them. This is checkmate here. Queen to G1. Yeah, that was the swallowtails mate, or it's one of those two bird tails mates, dovetail, swallowtail. I forget which is which. Again, playing with the white pieces, and I'm way down on material, really far bad. But I have checkmate right here, don't I? Because my bishop's cutting this off, and they've just moved that pawn, and they had another pawn here too, so their bishop can't hit that square. I think it's queen to B7, and my pawn's guarding that getaway square. Okay, I can check with the knight over here because that B pawn is pinned. I don't need to check with the knight over there, do I? Because of this bishop, which the bishop is pinned, but it is not prevented from guarding that square where kings are concerned. I think this is checkmate. Oh, wow. Well, couldn't I just move this knight out of the way, and then that would be a check from the rook, and I would also be attacking their queen? Let's see, what are their options if I do this? Because my rook would be cutting off the entire third rank. My queen, of course, is cutting off all of this as well as the diagonal, so they would only have, looks like, 2 legal moves. And if they went to D4, when I take their queen, that will be check. And if they go to F4, then I think I have mate with the queen. I'm going to try to move my knight to H4. Oh my, no I'm not, because I'm in check. Oh, that's embarrassing. That happens to me with startling frequency. I'm in check. Well, then I should move the knight here to block the check and open the check to them at the same time. Right? Let's do that. Oh, I wanted their queen so bad, but I couldn't get it. I mean, I have a pawn and a queen pointed there too, but I put the knight there. They're just going to take it, aren't they? Oh, but then I take here and I'm threatening mate. Maybe that's it. Oh, it was. Well, I'm going to take with the pawn. Okay. Well, let's see. I can take this bishop. If they take back, I get their bishop, but then they take back and then I get their knight with check. Or if I take this bishop and they take mine first, then I draw it back here. So either way, I get an extra piece. I think that's it. Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, well, I'll take with check, and when they take back, I'll take here with check. Okay, so it worked out either way. The only capture I have is oh, that's a free bishop. Should I just take it? Because they're not threatening mate or anything. Yes, they are. No, they're not. If they move the knight there, I just take it. I'm going to take the free bishop. Oh, they did move the knight there. Well, they're definitely threatening mate now, but I can take that. I assumed they would take with their bishop, and then my queen would be in danger, so I would need to move it. I hope it doesn't go that far, because I won't know what to do. Oh, it did go that far. I mean, I kind of knew it would, but which way do I go? It's got to be one of those, right? Or is it blocking with the pawn? Well, if I block with the pawn, they have 2 pieces aimed at that square, but I have 1, 2, 3 pieces aimed at F3. So I kind of want to block with the pawn. There's probably a reason why I shouldn't, but oh, that was it. Okay. What would have been bad if I had just moved my queen? If I had moved my queen, they would have put the bishop on f3, and then they would have been threatening mate. Okay. Well, here I think I'm going to check with the rook. Because if I check with the rook and they take, and then I bring my queen over here, they move back. Maybe I should put my queen over there first. I'm going to put my queen over there first. Well, that was weird for two reasons. One, I didn't know what to do next or what they would do next. And two, after I put the queen there, the queen stayed there when the puzzle changed to this one, so that kind of threw me off. I was moving the queen. I still had my clicker on it when it switched puzzles. That was disconcerting. All right, well, I have a check. They have to move over, right? But then that's mate. Did they have any other recourse? Oh yeah, they would block with the bishop. I have no idea. I'm just going to check because it seems like a good idea. And they did block with that, so now I don't know what to do. I originally was going to put my knight here. I thought about pushing the pawn. Neither one of those makes sense. If I push the pawn, they can just take or get in front of it, and they're fine. But yeah, I didn't have a candidate move here for this turn. Wait, is it this? It's the f6 square, just like earlier my opponent was trying to get in the f3 square on me. I bet that's it. Oh, they checked me over here. And I can't get out of check this way or this way or this way because of their bishops, right? Their bishop's cutting that off, and the other bishop is cutting off all of this. Queen sitting here, so I have to block because I can't capture their queen. So I think my only legal move is to block with the knight. Wait, why'd they take with the queen? Because that... okay, now I have this legal move. I was going to say I didn't have any legal moves, but I have to go here. Well, I don't see anything here except I would like to be able to go there for, checkmating purposes, but the queen is guarding it. So I think I want to move one of these rooks over to d8, and I think it's the c rook. I'm not sure, but that's what I want to play. I don't see anything else. Like my checks are not effective. So I'm going to play rook c to d8 with 0 confidence. Well, they're still defending the bishop. That kind of defeats the purpose then, doesn't it? Well, what if I put the e rook up here on e4, but then they can go back over here and threaten my d rook? Can that possibly be right? Probably not. Oh, it was. Oh, and they just took it. Okay, well, I'll take the queen then. I thought they were going to go down there, and then I wasn't sure. I think I should check here. No, their knight's guarding that square. Oh, I should just take the rook with my knight. That would be better, wouldn't it? Probably not great, but... Oh, that was it. Okay, well then do I get this pawn? And if so, what? Oh, no, if so, they're going to go there. I don't get the pawn. I don't want the pawn. At least I'm pretty sure, right? If I take the pawn, they put this bishop here, and it skewers my rook, and when I move my queen, and then they get that. Wait, if I take the pawn, and they put the bishop here, skewering, then this knight is pinned, so I could check here. They can't take with the knight because the queen and the knight are facing each other, which was hard for me to see because there's a bishop and a pawn in the way right now, but the bishop and the pawn would not be in the way. So I think they would have to take that bishop with their bishop. If they didn't, I would take their bishop with mine after the king got out of check. I'm going to try that. Oh, they did do that. And then it's probably this. Oh, I'm hoping. Oh, it was. And they moved out of check, so I get their bishop. Oh, I'm so excited that I figured that one out. I was starting to feel hopeless. Not hopeless, but you know what I mean. Frustrated and unable to figure it out. In this one, I noticed that my knight is guarding the two of the king's possible escape squares if I do check their king, which would leave them only one legal move. And then I would check with this bishop here, which would cut off that diagonal, as well as the rook hitting the back rank. And I think I have a checkmate here because they wouldn't be able... Yes, they would be able to block the bishop with their rook. Well, then what would I do? Then I would take their rook? I don't know. Let's check. Oh, they blocked down there. What? I didn't expect that. Okay, well, I probably should have anticipated that was a possibility, but I thought that their only legal move was to come up. I don't know what to do about this. Should I just take it? If I take it, are they going to take back? If they do, I'll check over here with me. Oh, I really don't know. I'm going to take it. Oh, oh man, that happens a lot, that I really don't know what to do. I just move something to get it over with so I can move on to the next puzzle, but it turns out to be right. Is there anything else? No, now I can fork them over here. I bet that's it. I don't look for those forks as often as I should, but I'm going to take the rook. Okay, wow, that was it. Okay, and on my end, I've gone over 30 minutes, which makes this video file increasingly unwieldy. I'm going to stop and start a new one. All right, welcome to the second half, or probably not half, but welcome to the second video file, which for you will all be one. They have attacked my queen. I can check. I can take their queen. Let's see, if I check, they're just going to block with the pawn. No, I said I don't look for those forks as often as I should, but if I take their queen first and they take mine, then I have that fork and win the rook for the knight. So I come out ahead. Not only do they have 2 sets of doubled pawns over on their king side, but I've gotten an extra pawn over there and gone up in exchange. So I think that's it. Yeah, they're going to take my queen. Then I'm going to hit here and take their rook. Yes, I definitely need to be looking for those more. I'm surprised that puzzle was 1921 because everybody else seems to be looking for those forks all the time. I fall prey to them. I can push this past pawn. They've just forked my rooks. I do see that. No, I can't. If I push the past pawn, they'll just take it with the rook. But I can't save both of my rooks, can I? Well, then I don't know. In a game, I would assume I was lost. Okay, I've stared at this a long time. I could not come up with any candidate moves. The only 2 that I'm even considering are pushing the pawn and checking with the queen, which looks really bad. I mean, that looks bad too. They all look bad. That's why I don't have any candidate moves. It's just, I'm now just trying to decide which one of those I should play so I can get this puzzle over with, because instinct tells me that I've lost the game already. So yeah, I didn't think that would be right. Okay, well, I'm glad that it wasn't, because if it had been, then I would have been surprised and I would have had to try to find the next move. I have a check here with my queen, which is protected by this rook. They would have to. I think their only legal move would be going to h6, and then I don't have a follow-up check. I can keep them from going to h6 by checking with the rook first, but then they go back 1, and then I come up here, and I think that's checkmate. Okay, then we'll try the rook first. I think this is checkmate. All right. I'm definitely feeling like we're near the end. Okay, I guess I'm trying to figure out what would my opponent play if I put my bishop up here on e4, which is threatening checkmate. I guess they can't do that. I guess they could play queen to h1 and check me down here, but then I could just take it. They could check me here, but I could just take that too, and I would still be threatening mate. So I'm going to play bishop to e4. All right. I'm actually kind of relieved that it's over, because I was starting to feel that fatigue when you've been sitting in the same chair, focusing on the same thing for, on my end, almost 40 minutes. And we have a few minutes left to go because I want to see what I got wrong on these 3 puzzles. And I am happy to see that that is my 8th best of all time. Not as high as I had hoped to get. On this one, I don't even remember what I played. I played queen to a4 check, did I not? This only has a 50% pass rate. Then maybe it should be rated a little higher. Oh, I should have taken the bishop first? Oh, I don't even need to check because the bishop was free. Oh, wow. Well, that one turned out to not be nearly as complicated as I was making it out to be. This one started off with them hopping the knight in here. I had no idea what to do. I think I played the pawn, but that was my other idea. I have no idea. Okay, it was taking that pawn and giving up the rook for the pawn, because now I'm going to take the other rook and then their queen and then advance the pawn. They would catch it. Wait, now do I check over here and then advance the pawn? Because if I take the queen now, they're way ahead. And like I said, they can catch the pawn. Okay, I'm going to check. No, it wasn't that. Was it taking the queen? No, of course not. That would not have made any sense. Going over here? No. Well, surely it's not taking the knight now. Maybe it's just pushing the pawn now. Wait, why did they take my queen instead of getting in front of the pawn? Obviously, this ending is good for me because they can't stop that pawn, but I don't understand, and I definitely feel my brain slowing down. I will try not to let everything else slow down as well. Okay, so they played knight to d6. I'm way ahead, but only if I give up this rook for the pawn, and they take. Okay, well now it's like I'm already just giving away pieces, so we might as well get an even trade here. Wait, their second best move is to not take the rook. That's what it says. Their second best move is to go to e4. And it's almost the same in the engine's mind. Well, in every human's mind, it makes much more sense to take the rook. Now I'm going to press this, but again, why in the world? Oh, okay. I'm so dense sometimes. Their queen is pinned to the king. Their queen cannot save itself and get in front of the pawn. So it doesn't matter. So it is their best move to take my queen, and then they cannot stop that pawn. Their next best move is to go king to f2, but then I'm going to take their queen, and they pretty much have to take back because they can't go closer to the pawn anyway, and then I'm going to promote. I do understand now. And why won't they just get in front of the pawn now? Because then I could play rook to e3 check, and what are they going to do? They're going to try to come toward me, but then I can check here, and yeah, it's nearly over. Oh, wow. Okay, that one was a pretty good puzzle. I shouldn't have complained about it so much, but yeah, it was so dense and I couldn't see it, but I saw it, and that's what the analysis board is for. One more, let's check this, and then I will shut up and go away. What happened here? They moved this rook over. I played that, and it was not good. Okay, well, I have no idea what else to play, so I'm going to ask for a hint. Oh, I should just take this pawn because that pawn's pinned. I had a mate in one. I understand that one too. That one actually probably should have been rated much lower. Well, let me know how your chess journey is going. Are you getting better? Do you feel like you're staying about the same? Do you have one rating going up and another going down? I'm curious. I want to interact. Let me know how it's going for you, and I'll see you next time.